favor. Just touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it.
Gerald and Timothy Buchanan. Campbell Marsh and Ryan Little with Adam Starr and Sarah Taylor. Jonah Burridge and Tim Morse. Kat Durham and Jack Davis. Cam Jordan and Silent Amethyst with Jason So and the 00 there of Eli the Wolf. The new primary starting spot for Eli each week is dead last, it seems, so not the best of places to start the races, and we're starting to see that trend develop week in and week out. But another trend that is crazy and it just kind of came out of nowhere is Cannon Gage up front, pole pace lap leading pace. He hasn't got the race wins quite yet figured out, but that's just around the corner as well.
Guys, gonna be coming to you here in a sec. Big day, big day. Let's make the most of it. Good luck.
So pace car is off, and we're getting rolling for tonight's 270 Washington Spuds 270 here tonight. Cannon Gage on the inside, sets the pace, rolls to the lead, right there ahead of Shy Turtle. Snake Plissken on that inside line, also making a move here, getting alongside the 99 for second place. Short track racing, definitely the outside line is a tough place to be. You get down on that inside, you're going to be able to make some passes and move closer to the front. And for Shy Turtle, he's going to be hoping desperately to find an opening on that inside line so that he can start settling in and running smooth laps here. So far, fastest lap belongs to Cat Durham. And your inside bottom line here is getting singled out at the moment as Cannon Gage leads over Snake Plissken, Shy Turtle, and now go ahead and dial into the top 5 with Ralph Oberstadt in 4th, and Alex Savital now moving up to 5th there in the 41 machine. Probably one of the deepest starts that we've seen from Sebastian Galloway Jr. here in a long time. Starting mid-pack, he's already worked his way up to 15th here. And now gets field for Bridge to Cup like we do in the Cup Series. And if the streams freeze, go ahead and hit the reset button sometimes. Wow, Ralph Oberstadt with the fastest lap. Can't engage with a good advantage here over Snake Plissken, but Plissken trying to reel him in here at the front of the field. My bad, I didn't get the new font in on time after tonight's race, so I might switch it over and have you in the new font. It just got away from me here the last couple days. So far, so good. 10, now 11 laps strong here tonight as the field just kind of getting their legs stretched out here, figuring what they got in the cars that can carry them for the long run here tonight. Did I see lights? No. Yes, I do. I see some flashing lights on the ambulance there. That means we're under caution for the first time here tonight at Evergreen Speedway. And it looks like it might be the 24 here of Kyler Sestre involved in a wreck. Snake decides to blow by Cannon Gage there on the last lap. I don't know what that was all about. Cannon Gage might not be very happy about that one. Yeah, you're going to go right back around the 81. You had the lead, and the 81 was playing a little bit dirty there. Okay, so all the way back here on lap 11. This is at 33rd of 34 on the field. 3 wide at the very back of the field. He's going to get hooked here by Ryan White. Cam Jordan involved in it as well. And that was pretty light for a wreck here. Reconnection successful. There we go. Sorry. Internet's going to keep me kind of bogged down, as is kind of common lately. And there we're back to the start of the caution. Pace laps here. Pit stops, nothing really changed at the front except for Ralph Oberstadt picking up a spot now into third. Snake Plissken holds on to second. Shy Turtle falls back to fourth. Santi Messi in fifth. Joey Johnson, Philip Purpura. And how about that? Look at Sebastian Galloway Jr. picks up about 6 spots, up to 8th there. I want to say there might have been pit stops. Yes, there was pit stops. And so the 95 here gets two tire stop for Sebastian. That's how he's able to leapfrog a couple extra drivers here under pit stop scenario and gets his way up to 8th. So pit strategy worked in his favor here for the first caution here tonight. We're going to take another lap under caution here, and that'll give us a chance to kind of recover, get another moment to catch our breath as the racing action will resume shortly. Not too many big surprises outside your top 20. Pretty typical for the running order here tonight. Eli the Wolf up to 25th on, there's a big surprise though. Lefty Turner all the way back to 27th. A bad pit stop here for your points leader, showing a slight chink in the armor here tonight, maybe. But yeah, Lefty Turner in 27th out of 34 cars here tonight. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll get doubled up on the backstretch and back and rolling here shortly. Alrighty, so doubled up here on the backstretch. The 81's going to take the outside. Cannon Gage is going to take the inside. Ralph Oberstadt also will take the inside line here. Shy Turtle to the outside. And here we are, rolling again tonight. Snake Plissken on the outside and Cannon Gage on the inside. We've seen it this track where that outside line usually gets a better jump, but here comes Cannon Gage roaring around the inside. He's going to take back over that lead with ease. 3 wide a little bit further back there. You've got the 95 in the middle of it all. He's going to get a bump there by Philip Purpura. They settle back to 2 wide and now 3 wide behind that again. It's a wreck waiting to happen. Joey Johnson is up there in the points. He best be careful. He's got some race wins this season. So does the 44 of Chase Kovacic, just there on the low side of the 3 wide. Now things have settled out just a little bit, single file. Ralph Oberstadt with a solid 3rd place campaign here tonight. Part of the doubleheader week this week. Tomorrow, same time as tonight, tomorrow night, we'll be heading to Kentucky with this Bridge to Cup Series. And who knows what's going to come out of Kentucky. Cannon Gage with the fastest lap, gets the lead back and fastest lap in the race here at a 20.583. And so here tonight, of course, 270 laps for the Washington Spuds, 270. And then it'll be the Fried Chicken, the KFC 238 tomorrow night at Kentucky. Then we also have Indianapolis next week. This doubleheader rolls into Indianapolis on the next week of racing. Our schedule kind of returns to semi-normalcy after the Cup Series had a week off this week. We're wrecking again on lap 23. It might be a long night of racing, folks. Plenty of cautions to keep the race pace slowed down, and that's your points leader, Lefty Turner, the back of the field, and he is involved in it, what looks like to be a race wreck here tonight. He had moved his way up to 26th here, 3 wide on the inside. And that's the problem. 3 wide is always the problem here at Evergreen. He didn't have anywhere to go. He gets run down to the bottom of the grass there. Amazingly. Oh, it's coming back into the race line after saving it is where the wreck comes to play. Just the worst place you can try to re-merge with the racetrack, collecting the field with him there. Man, this is a multifaceted wreck here tonight. I don't know how they saved it there. That was quite the save. And then this right here, that was just a rookie mistake on your points leader to come back into the race line with traffic full charge ahead. Well, it seems like he decided to stay out during pit stops here or something. Definitely had a lot of shakeup here during the pit stops. Let's see where the pit stops. Okay, so Cannon Gage is pitting early here, and everyone else decides to stay out. Interesting strategy call. There's a couple drivers that pitted with him. Ralph Oberstadt, Shy Turtle, some of the big hitters here pitted. Galloway did. This ain't a bad call. Half the field pitted, half the field stays out. We look at the garage here tonight. The window is 153 laps the distance on a fuel run. So strategies start to factor in just a little bit here. Very early in this run to be making rash strategy calls, but we'll see how that plays out. If this race stays green, and that could shake things up a little bit. As 150... that means the next pit stop would have to come for those guys at lap 175. And they would be able to go the last 90 laps of the race without skipping a beat. So pit stops. That's what happened to the two. He ended up pitting here. Half the field pitted. We'll check out on the back half of the field. Cam Jordan is tail into the field right now. Kyler Sestre, both of them involved in a wreck, as was the 70 of Ryan White. Timothy Buchanan and his teammate, Finley Herwick, team owner. Eli the Wolf, Sarah Taylor, Ryan Little, Tim Morse, Alex Sanvital pitted, as did Philip Purpura, Kat Durham, Jonah Burridge, and Cannon Gage all took a pit stop here. Staying out, though, the 16 here of Jeffrey Gerald. Andrew Moger. Actually, my bad. These two also pit. All three of these folks pitted because Sebastian was on pit road at the same time. So Sebastian was able to gain some spots here on Cannon Gauge with pit stop cycles here. And he really hasn't lost much ground. He's back in 16th, right about where he was. Ralph pitted. So at this point, it's only your top 12 that stayed out. And they're going to have a bit of a discrepancy with those tires behind them. Of course, there's plenty of racing here tonight. 270 laps is no walk in the park. Strategies might be a little bit off kilter right now, but they'll all come back. They'll come full circle back to the front eventually. Well, lights are out on the pace car. They're going to get doubled up this time by. Snake Plissken gets to lead the field to the restart here tonight for the first time. And I just realized I'm not live. I got far behind on replays here. So don't mind me, but the race is going to be at fast forward here for a little while. Snake Plissken gets off to the restart, puts Santi Messi behind him, and now the 44. Chase Kovacic moving into second. Justin Daytu up to fourth, and Alan Malcolm in fifth. That's impressive. Billy Lovejoy also moving back up here a little ways after making a pit stop. Ralph Oberstadt trying to get back into the top 10 here as well. Like I said, I'm just trying to fast forward so we can get back to live and hit the regular speed button again. I was watching the replays and I forgot to get back to live there, so we are just a little bit off. There we go. I think we can make that happen. Get you with your news. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would definitely make that happen. Get the news station on your paint scheme somehow. Make it the primary. It'd be cool. There we go. Ralph Oberstadt back into the top 10 here, right on the back bumper. 17 there of Jack Davis. A bit further back in the picture, you also can see that 95 of Sebastian Galloway Jr. getting back into the picture as well. But it's Snake Plissken up front leading the race so far. He was out there victorious last week at Pikes Peak. Stole the win away from Cannon Gauge. New fastest lap in the race now belongs to the 99 of Shy Turtle. That lap time keeps moving around. Shy Turtle picks up the fast lap on this restart here. Cannon Gauge, your early race leader. He's a bit further back than he would like to be at the moment, but it's all kind of going according to plan. He's gotten the advantage on fresher tires for now. We will see how long it carries him, if he'll start picking up spots the longer this run goes on, perhaps. Yeah, you got Shy Turtle back up to 13th, Sebastian Galloway Jr. in 12th. And Ralph Oberstadt up to 7th. How about Billy Lovejoy running a solid top 5 on the strategy call, getting him up there. Chase Kovacic in second. Snake Plissken leads the way. Might be some lap traffic he'll have to deal with here soon in the form of Kyler Sestre. So far, only 2 cautions tonight. They've been mostly on the mild side. No retirements, but your points leader is 2 laps down here. Lefty Turner, dead last on track, 2 laps down. That's a big deal, as the points could start opening wide up right at the end of this regular season push. And when we get to the full send to Cup chase, there's a lot that's on the line for those restructuring of the point standing. And wherever you are at the end of the regular season definitely will help stage you in the full send to Cup chase. Here we go. Snake Plissken is caught up to the back of Kyler Sestre here in the 24. He's also got ahead of him there the 15 of Silent Amethyst. Might be a bit of a hassle to work around right now. Kovacic and Messi get by the 24 there. Your lead group, though, they're definitely going to be having to figure out the difference on tires here later on in the run. Ralph Oberstadt's already worked his way up to 5th. That car is firing on all cylinders here tonight. Number 3 Cadillac for Cording Brothers Motorsports. KBM looks stout. He's up to 4th. Getting around Alan Malcolm there for that position. Billy Lovejoy was 5th. He's fallen back to 8th. His teammate right behind him in Joey Johnson. And then here we have Shy Turtle cracking the top 10. Ken Gage still struggling a little bit to get through the traffic that's holding him up here. But still 220 laps to go. There's a lot that could happen. A lot left to unfold here. So the good thing for just about everyone is the fact that your points leader is currently trapped 2 laps down here tonight. The one perk for Lefty Turner is the fact that this field only fields 34 cars here tonight, and can't finish any worse than that, of course, since there's only 34 out on the track. But it's you know, it's a lot of points that he's given up here tonight, and that points lead could swap around a little bit if he gives up too many more races like this one. But it's the Snake Plissken show after that round of pit stops has trapped Cannon Gage in the back for now. Look at that, Lefty Turner, 34th, 2 laps down, and he's trying to work his way through the traffic here, but 2 laps is going to be a ginormous hill to climb. There you go, Cannon Gage making up some spots here. Looks like he might be cracking into the top 15, up to 16. It almost feels like they knew that this could be a long green flag run, and maybe going off of data from previous races here. And I mean, data is one thing. You can go off of data all you want, and it shows that usually there's, you know, a good long, lengthy green flag run in the midst of this, you know, this race here at Evergreen. But it's never a given. I mean, different scenarios, different, you know, atmosphere, just overall random. It just never know what's going to come out. And here tonight, they're having a nice long green flag run after those pair of cautions. Right there, moving through the field, you got Sebastian Galloway Jr. defending now on Cannon Gage. Gage trying to get back to where he once was. And those are a pair of LFG Motorsports teammates in Jack Davis and Trevor Vaden. They have been the problematic ones here in Bridge to Cup, often being the root of cause for cautions and wrecks here. Here we go. Cannon Gage has got to run, but Sebastian Galloway Jr. defends. Oh, we're under caution for the 3rd time here, and it looks like it's the 00 of Eli the Wolf. Took a while to get this 3rd caution out. Ooh, was it the 3 of Ralph Oberstadt roughing up Eli the Wolf here? Oh yeah, it was. Oh man. You know, the first rule about wrecking someone is to not wreck yourself. And for Ralph, man, he could have done that a little differently. And a rule in racing, if you're going to wreck someone, try not to wreck yourself. He gets a bit of it. Might have just been a little kiss on the outside wall. Eli definitely gets the worst of it. There's a lot that kind of goes with that. That is the 00, that which used to be run by Shy Turtle, and I feel like Ralph Oberstadt may have some bad blood with that team after they traded the Canadian over to his team, and Shy Turtle's been getting better equipment than Ralph Oberstadt, so. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a punching bag scenario there, taking out Eli the Wolf. Alrighty, we're under caution and pit stops happening again here. Philip Purpura stays out, Andrew Moger, and Silent Amethyst. Not quite sure what's going on here with Snake Plissken today. He's going to return in line about 10th deep. Oh, shoot. Those are all lapped down. So, Snake Plissken is still your leader. Alrighty, so wave rounds are finished here. Your race leader is going to maintain the 81 of Snake Plissken over the 84 of Santi Messi, followed by the 44 of Chase Kovacic, Campbell Marsh, Krista Cower, Alan Malcolm, and Jack Davis, followed by the teammates of Joey Johnson and Billy Lovejoy. Shy Turtle, top 10. Then it is Tim Morse, Sebastian Galloway Jr., Trevor Vaden, Jonah Burridge, and Cannon Gage back up into the top 15. Justin Day 2, Adam Starr, Alex Sanvital, Ralph Oberstadt deeper in the field after running all the way up to nearly top 3. He's all the way back in 19th here for the restart. We'll get doubled up for the restart here on lap 69. Snake Plissken is the control car here. Santi Messi on the high side. And we are back and rolling here at the 5/8 mile short track here in Evergreen, Monroe, Washington. Snake Plissken's about to lose his advantage here. He's going to get a bit of a bump there by Chase Kovacic. He keeps it pointed straight, but that 44 is going to take out Snake Plissken. Whoa, boy. Plissken gathers it up, saves it, falls back to third. But there's more damage, there's more carnage in the background. A bigger caution than what we had up front there. That was crazy. Aw, man, that all jammed up. The track just too narrow when someone was committed to pit road there. Wow. Jack Davis gets turned by the 28. This was all an accordion effect. Whoa, bam, hard hit. Everyone else just trying to get through it there. How about the moves made by Cannon Gage? Watch his in-car cam. Talk about a wild, wild restart. Expect more restarts like that here tonight. I mean, Snake Plissken might have some choice words. He is not going to mince any statements here tonight. He's going to be upset with the way that Chase Kovacic handled him there on the restart. Under caution, let's go ahead and take another replay on that move here in the race. Snake Plissken just doing his best, stuck in the middle of nearly 3 wide there. Kovacic, I think, maybe getting a little bit. Yeah, that's exactly. Well, I don't know if you can say revenge for the team owner, Eli the Wolf, because Snake Plissken did not do anything. That was Ralph Oberstadt that took out the 00, so. It's getting good. Short track, bumping and banging here tonight. Good old-fashioned close combat with these Bridge to Cup racers. All the things that have happened here already, it's shaken out to Santi Messi, your race leader. Let me go ahead and look at our standings here with the Bridge to Cup. We didn't get race 14 scored up quite yet, but it shouldn't be too far different. Snake Plissken is more than likely second or third in the points. Lefty Turner, your points leader, having a rough go of it here, of course. Joy Johnson in the top 5. Sebastian Galloway Jr. in the top 5. And Philip Purpura. So for the 84 of Santi Messi, 0 wins this season, 6 top 5s, 7 top 10s, only 1 DNF and 1 pole position start. For Santi Messi and Sebastian Galloway Jr., they are 2 of the drivers highest in the points without a win. Ralph Oberstadt and Alex Sanvital also sit top 10 in the points winless. But it's almost a matter of time before one of them lands a race win somewhere this season. Yeah, so only 1 DNF for Santi Messi, which is crazy. You're looking at the top 10, no one has more than 2, basically. Yeah, Sanvital in 10th has 3 DNFs. Cannon Gage has 0. Cannon Gage has not failed to finish a race yet this season. 1 win, 1 pole, 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s for Mr. Cannon Gage. We're back and rolling here tonight. New race leader, Santi Messi. Might be a little bit more of a reserved restart here. Gotta imagine the radio's got a little bit hot there, a little bit amped up. 3 wide in the mid-pack here. That includes the likes of Ralph Oberstadt and Cannon Gage. Of course, I hope I did not jinx Cannon Gage's DNF rate. World is going on here. Why is he pitted? It doesn't show anything in world is going on here. Why is he pitted? It doesn't show anything in our that's just a scheduled pit stop for the 81 of Snake Plissken, who is not yet pit tonight. And making a pit stop under green is heavily detrimental. You're going to end up costing yourself nearly a lap or 2 if you're not careful here. Yeah, there we go. Santi Messi's going to come rolling right back around him here. He's already 1 lap down, about to try and fall 2 laps down from green flag pit stops here. So Santi Messi, the race leader, and the 81 going a 2nd lap down. Campbell Marsh up to 2nd, Chase Kovacic in 3rd, Shy Turtle in 4th, and Sebastian Galloway Jr. up to 5th. Had to have flat spotted those tires. Like, yeah, I believe that might be exactly what happened after getting run into on that last restart. The car did not feel right, and he had to come down and get some fresh tires. So best to save yourself now than to cost yourself a chance later in the race here tonight. Fresh tires out there. He's going to have to hope for a quick caution to get one lap back. You never know. The 81's probably going to still work his way into a position to fight for a race win here tonight. Here we have a battle for 4th place. That's Sebastian Galloway Jr. going around Shy Turtle. Shy Turtle might have had the fastest lap in the race, but he's not the fastest car on track right now. That 95 secures 4th place. Thank you everyone for tuning in here. It's definitely great to see this many faces tuned in here tonight, following along with the Bridge to Cup action. Bridge to Cup series has been building a bigger following, and I love it. Everything about it. It's got the characters. It's got the flair. Definitely the thing that, you know, real life NASCAR seems to be lacking lately is that that flair, that, you know, WWE bigger than life character, you know, fan base. That's what we got here. And look at that, Sebastian Galloway Jr. getting up to 2nd. Following in tail, the 99 of Shy Turtle right behind him. They have a bit of a rivalry with the current race leader. They want to try to catch up and take out Santi Messi here tonight. Moving back up into the top 10 again. Ralph Oberstadt seems to have the setup here tonight. Doesn't matter how far he falls back, he's always moving back up front. But yeah, we've got the I mean, NASCAR's got currently we have the Carson Hocevar, but NASCAR doesn't have the Cannon Gage, doesn't have the Sebastian Galloway Jr., doesn't have the Outlaw Snake Plissken, nor does it have the Intimidator Ralph Oberstadt. Joey Johnson, we got the Canadian Shy Turtle out there. And Santi Messi has been a regular in the series for quite some time, so yeah, we've got the perfect storm here for something great to happen. You got the resident Briton. You got Finlay Herwig from the UK here in the field racing everyone. Hasn't had as great of a season as he would hope, but I think his focus, resources are set towards the big race next month at Brands Hatch. He's going to try to pull out all the stops for Brands Hatch road course and get the most of his team, his cars, and try to take home the victory on home soil. Lefty Turner still 34th, multiple laps down. Ryan White in 12th. Philip Purpura Ralph Oberstadt, after dropping all the way back outside the top 20, here he is in the top 10, looking at 5th place right ahead of him there. Sebastian Galloway Jr. just turned his quickest lap, a 20.609. Oh, and Snake Plissken is causing a stormy day here for Santi Messi, keeping him stocked up on the high side. Tough one to pass here. Santi Messi has his hands full. Snake Plissken wants to stay 1 lap down instead of falling 2 laps down. Well, lap times are definitely dialed in here. Sebastian Galloway Jr. has clear track ahead of him to your race leader, Santi Messi. And these two have been at it almost every given week. Whenever we find a battle on track, it usually includes Sebastian and Santi. They've got some beef from other leagues that kind of keep the rivalry fun, kind of keep the rivalry real. And Santi Messi, most of the time, is finishing right there alongside or a little bit behind on Sebastian Galloway Jr. He has had a great season so far. But going back to Portland, Santi Messi and him did not see eye to eye that day, and things could have definitely went a lot better. Lap times, 20.7 for Santi, a 20.6 for Sebastian. 168 laps to go here tonight. We're slowly approaching the halfway point. And for those of you watching, hit that thumbs up here on YouTube. Helps the algorithm, keeps the Sigma Racing series at the top of people's For You page. Definitely have been growing a lot lately, and it wouldn't be without you guys and your support. Much appreciated. Keep it up. Keep giving those thumbs up in the videos. It doesn't mean a whole lot, you wouldn't think, but it definitely goes a long way, helping promote and bring our little racing series to the front page of other people's YouTubes. Here we are, the gap shrinking here, and Santi Messi dealing with lap traffic. He's going to try to get around Jonah Burridge here. We also have the 00 there of Eli the Wolf. Getting held up here a little bit. The 00 not moving out of the way. And here comes the 95 of Sebastian Galloway Jr. He has closed that gap exponentially. And he's knocking on the door. He's going to have to get around the 00 of Eli the Wolf with ease here. And he does just that. The picture-perfect battle at the front of the field between a pair of rivals that have been at it all season long. 161 laps to go. Santi Messi's held this lead since the restart and lost. Well, the lead was lost by the 81 of Snake Plissken on a previous restart where he ended up getting spun up the track by the number 44 of Chase Kovacic. He's off strategy right now, and it might help him on the long run here tonight. But he is 1 lap down as they run at the moment. 24 lap car is in the mix here with your leaders. Sebastian's going to have to get around him, and he's getting held up. The 99's going to go around the outside of Sebastian Galloway Jr. here. Kyler Sestre not doing any favors there for the 95. Well, just a slight setback here for the 95 as he gets around the lap car, 24. Race is still green, no caution. And now just dial it back down and hit your paces and get caught back up to the race leader. Lap time still a lot quicker here. He's about a 10th faster than Santi Messi any given lap right now. Santi Messi this lap turns a 20.846. Sebastian with a 20.755, so still a 10th faster. Got Shy Turtle in 3rd. Now moving into 4th is Alex Sanvital. 5th place, Joey Johnson. And 6th place, Ralph Oberstadt. 7th at the moment, Krista Cower. She's the perennial winner on pretty much any season that she runs. She finds victory lane in that 98 machine. Philip Purpura in 8th, Campbell Marsh in 9th. Justin Day 2. Chase Kovacic from front of the field all the way back to 11. Cannon Gage is working his way slowly, methodically back through the field up to 12th. 13th is Trevor Vaden, 14th Ryan White, and then 15th Tim Morse. Another caution or a mechanical failure here by the 55 of Jason So. Is he going to park it on the backstretch and bring out a caution? Flat tire on the 55, and that is exactly what he does. He parks it on the backstretch. We're under caution here, right short of halfway. 153 laps to go. Everyone would be able to pit here and have nearly enough fuel to make it to the finish. This is interesting. Snake Plissken is the lucky dog. He's going to wave his way around the pace car here. Actually, he's going to pit this time, and then we'll give him the wave round next time. So, yes, everyone should be pitting here. As the window we saw is 153 laps, it didn't leave much room for overtime here. So making the pit stop here with 152 laps to go, it's almost not enough. It's just at the cusp of being enough here tonight. Cannon Gage does have the advantage of the #1 pit stall, so we'll see if that helps him gain a spot or two here, but they're moving right back by him. He's going to fall back to about 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th here. Maybe even worse, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Probably about 20th there. Good question. I think it must have been that pile up on that last restart that we had. Had to have been. He's been out there running minus a front nose clip for pretty much the second half of the race here. Had to. Oh, that's right. He was the one that got turned into the outside wall here. But manages to remove the front nose and keeps rolling here tonight. Well, Snake Plissken gets the wave around right at the end there as they're doubled up for the restart now. So not much of a window, but he gets it sorted, gets it settled. And what is Shy Turtle has a very, very slow lane on the outside here. They are moving at a turtle's pace, snail's turtle pace. Man, is this going to force Santi Messi as a jump start? That the Shy Turtle not getting up there with them might actually DQ their black flag, your leaders there for passing on the inside line. Oh, they're wrecking in the background. Yeah, the 84's got to serve a penalty. He didn't let up and lay back. He's the control car, though, and Shy Turtle, it seems to be the one that was playing the game there. We're under caution yet again. It's been a weird one here tonight, folks. Ah, man, Ralph Oberstadt. Whoa, the 21 goes full-blown Zane Smith there. We got to go back further and figure out how this one happened. So 98 of Krista Kauer gets into the 3 of Ralph Oberstadt. Also gets the 2 of Cannon Gage with nowhere to go, gets run into there. I want to say the longest green flag run, wow, has been about a 70 or 80 lap push. But it is short track racing after all. I mean, these cars don't need a whole lot for aerodynamic purposes. I mean, you can get roughed up, beaten up, banged up, And the car's still going to run just as good as it was without the front nose or that side impact, as long as you don't break anything pertinent, important. Wow, they just did not stop wrecking at the end of that one. See, if you get a front nose damage, that's a lot harder to fix here. Wow, yeah, they really screwed that one all up. Screwed the pooch on this restart bad. Still not quite at halfway. Lights are on the pace car still. It looks like Alex Sanvital will be your new leader, followed by Joey Johnson, Philip Purpura, Campbell, Marsh. Marsh ended up winning the first 2 races of the season here in Bridgestone Cup and has been winless ever since. And he's even deeper outside the points. The conversation for him is trying to get back in to the top 10 in points. So Campbell Marsh having a good run here tonight, trying to survive and stay out of trouble. Then, of course, you have Sebastian Galloway Jr., who's second in the points. Has had a stellar season. The clock is ticking for him. He's an eldest Scotsman racing here in the Sigma Bridgestone Cup Series, and it's already kind of working out. They are looking at who's potentially going to replace him going forward. But he wants to go out with a race win before that retirement, that R word comes into play, and he's got to go on to the Greenland farmland after he's done racing. Justin Day 2, Ryan White, Trevor Vaden, Krista Cower, and Billy Lovejoy. That's your top 10. Shy Turtle all the way back to 15th. Snake Plissken on the lead lap in 19th. Cannon Gauge all the way back at 25th right now. One of the last few cars on the lead lap. Chase Kovacic was up to 11th, but that damage during the wreck of this caution has greatly hindered his car there. We're back and rolling here tonight. 141 laps to go. And I don't think there's any more black flags being handed out. Shows Shy Turtle with the black flag, Santi Messi with the black flag. Ralph Oberstadt is retired here tonight. So Ralph, from the damage, he is the only car retired in 34th place. Tough break for Mr. Oberstadt there. We're under caution again. Holy cow. Santi Messi's car looks crumpled up. Oh, wow. So the restart for Santi Messi went south quickly. The 84 Jersey Mikes. He gets taken out by Snake Plissken, and Plissken into the wall as well. Back into the track collects Jason So, Eli the Wolf, and Jack Davis. At this point, if you're in the back half of the field and you did not get taken out in that wreck, you might as well consider yourself lucky. Wow, that looked brutal. 81 hit the wall hard there. So this is turning into a wild one now. There's going to be a lot of tempers flaring after tonight. A lot of unhappy campers. Kind of unusual mistakes all around the board here tonight. Everyone has been making some very questionable decisions. We're going to pause briefly here to save the midway point break. We do this just in case we need the halfway point for any reason. And I think now is also a good time to turn on green-white checkers. Enable it just so we've got it active. So yet again, another wild restart coming up here shortly. Alex Sanvital, your race leader, followed by the 82 of Joey Johnson, the 31 of Philip Purpura, 95 of Sebastian Galloway Jr., and Campbell Marsh. Then it is Ryan White, Justin Day2, Krista Cower, Trevor Vaden, and Billy Lovejoy. That's your top 10. Finlay Herwig with an 11th. Jeffrey Gerald, Kat Durham, Timothy Buchanan, and Sarah Taylor. That's your top 15. Then it is Jonah Burridge, Ryan Little, Tim Morse, Alan Malcolm. And 20th at the moment, Cannon Gage. This car still looks pretty clean. Then it is Cam Jordan, Andrew Moger. All of these cars missing a front nose clip. Snake Plissken's going to soldier on with a little bit of side damage there in 24th. Last car on the lead lap is Shy Turtle, all the way back in 25th. I think he must have made a pit stop here to get off schedule. He might be good to go all the way to the finish with his car here. Let's see if we can get a good restart back rolling here tonight. It has been caution fever, and we are still before the halfway point tonight. So retirements now in the race. Joining the 3 of Ralph Oberstadt, the 17 of Jack Davis is out, the 55 of Jason So is out, and the 84 of Santi Messi also out of the race here tonight. You can see 3 drivers trapped 3 laps down, and now 4 retirements in the race. Santi Messi is out after leading a good chunk of this race. Lights are off, and we'll get back rolling here. It has been insane here at Evergreen. Hard to say what this restart's going to give us. Doubled up for the restart. And here we go. Joey Johnson takes the lead away from Alex Sanvital. Joey Johnson already with a couple wins this season. Alex Sanvital winless so far. Philip Purpura up there in the points, also winless. Campbell Marsh and, of course, Sebastian Galloway Jr. Justin Day2 having a good run here, catching up to the tail of Galloway. But Galloway's got to run. He's getting up there on the back bumper of Campbell Marsh and letting the horse power make the difference here. That 95 looking fast, but making a pass is often hard to do here at Evergreen. Now we're past halfway, 138 laps in, 132 laps to go. Wow, Shy Turtle is about to go a lap down. Something not right with the 99 machine after having such a good night so far. Trying to see if there was something maybe awry with the 99, but it just looks like he made a pit stop, and he had to make another pit stop here as he goes a lap down. Yeah, so the 95 brought a new engine here, and it's showing. They came raring and ready to fight for a race win, to get that first career race win for themselves. He's back up to fourth now, has his sights set on catching up to the lead 3. And Joy Johnson is no slouch by any means. Gonna be a tough one to get caught back up to. "30 cars left running here tonight, 22 of which are on the lead lap. Led most laps at this point has gone to Santi Messi at 55, but he is out of the race. A lot of folks dipping down pit road here. Oh, it might be the same guy pitting. Kovacic, with the damage on that car, is making repeated trips down pit road. We're actually going to go ahead and disqualify him because he's made too many repeated trips. And the damage is too strong. It's going to keep him out of the mix here tonight. So Kovacic becomes the 5th retirement here this evening. Wow. Sebastian is turning 20.6s, and your leaders are all turning 20.7s. So he's got the speed. He might not have the restart capabilities locked down here tonight, but the race stays green. That 95 is going to be the fastest on track some point here today. Now they got up to the 20.69s, and that's where Sebastian is. So he is easily one of the top 3 fastest cars out there at the moment. For him, it doesn't seem like his car slows down a whole lot. He's still staying in the 20.69s. Joy Johnson just turned a 20.68. Well, we're getting a nice lengthy green flag run here at the moment. 115 laps to go. I think everyone at this point just kind of wants to get settled down and start heading towards that checkered flag at the end of the night. It's been a long night for a lot of these drivers. A lot of wrecks, a lot of stops, lots of stopping and going, a lot of pit stopping. But we will get closer to the finish here. Phil Purpura in third. Sebastian Galloway Jr. wants to get up there. Heartbreak tonight for the number 3 of Ralph Oberstadt, who had been up front. He charged to the front multiple times here tonight, but the damage got to be a little too hard on the number 3, causing him to be the first retirement here tonight, even though he had a fast car. We do have some fast cars still in the mix here. The 95 is no slouch. He's trying to get the job done. He's got second and third right there in his sights, Philip Purpura and Alex Sanvital, but it's Joey Johnson out front leading this thing, kind of building his own advantage at the moment. And a clear track ahead for your race leader as they're dealing with the lapped car there of Eli the Wolf. Staying green so far, 109 laps to go. Not a lot changing here with your leaders. Sebastian, though, is right there on the back bumper of Philip Purpura. Little bit of lap traffic to deal with here for your race leader, Joey Johnson. Gets around the 24, and then he's got about another half track distance to the next lapped car. Uh-oh, the 99's got a problem here. Ooh, and they're going to come thread the needle right around him. They're even hitting the wall there. Flat tire for the 99 of Shy Turtle brings out another caution here tonight. 8 cautions. And this is going to be a quick caution because it was just a quick flat tire. So we're going to drop the pace laps by 2 here tonight on this caution, caution number 8. I think it's safe to say everyone pits again here. That gets the fuel mileage completely out of the question here tonight. Whoops, Eli the Wolf is smoking. Oh, wow. Campbell Marsh cleaned him out. Oh, there's another retirement here tonight. Joey Johnson comes back out with the lead, followed by Alex Sanvital, Philip Purpura. Wow, up to fourth, it's Ryan White, Cat Durham, Justin Day 2, Campbell Marsh, Sebastian Galloway Jr. falls all the way back to 8th. Sarah Taylor, Jeffrey Gerald, Timothy Buchanan, and Snake Plissken, that's your top 12. Cam Jordan, Billy Lovejoy, Tim Morse, Jonah Burridge, Cannon Gage, and Finley Herwig, followed by Trevor Vaden, Krista Cower, Lefty Turner. Doubled up for the restart once again here. 102 laps to go. Alrighty, back and rolling here tonight at Evergreen. There's an opening on the inside here for Sebastian Galloway Jr. Does he take it? Not quite. The door closed pretty quickly here as the 16 of Jeffrey Gerald takes over that inside line. 3 wide in the middle. Sebastian Galloway Jr. puts himself in danger zone there. Wow, he's going to get back ahead of the 10 here, and he's building up a bit of an advantage on the 16 of Jeffrey Gerald during this restart here. Door opens, ooh, and he was about to take it, but it's 3 wide again for position. The inside's there, he gets it. Sebastian settles back in line with your lead top 10 here. But he's got his work cut out for him once again. Took 4 tires, I'm pretty sure, so he's got the speed here. He's up to 6th. Got Campbell Marsh, Cat Durham, Alex Sanvital, Philip Purpura, and of course Joey Johnson, the race leader. Alrighty, picking up a spot, the fast tires, the 95 Sebastian gets by. 1 spot there, up to 5th. And he's going to be looking to get around the 35 like he's sitting still. Cat Durham on older tires. With 97 laps to go, I feel like he is in the catbird seat, taking the tires right at the end here. If this race stays green to the finish, that 95 might be sitting pretty. So now up to 4th. And his sights set on 3rd, 2nd, and the race lead right there ahead of him. It's getting good, folks, getting good. Yeah, Sebastian turning solid 20.6s, and your leaders are all in the 20.7s again. Eight cautions is just crazy here tonight. We haven't seen a whole lot of caution-heavy bridge-to-cup races this season. Usually, these are the drivers that are putting on a clean, very calm show. But tonight, quite the opposite. There's been a lot of chaos, a lot of craziness, a lot of carnage, and someone's going to come out on top of all the debris here tonight. Sebastian Galloway Jr. running in fourth. He's caught up to the back bumper of Alex Sanvital there in the Mazda. It's actually a pair of Mazdas right there ahead, and a Chevrolet leading the way. Let us take a glance through the field here maybe, or stay here. We're going to keep the camera rolling on the leaders, because this could be a battle waiting to happen. Well, I will, ooh, wait, there we go. Just as soon as I think about doing a through the field glimpse, Sebastian Galloway Jr. makes it interesting again. He's right there closing in on the 41. He's got to stick his nose down on the inside and find that clean air though. "39 laps have been spent under caution here tonight. Laps led, currently 51 laps led by Joey Johnson. He's looking to have led most lockdown away from Santi Messi. Snake Plissken back up to 6th. You can't count him out until the bell rings. He's had 43 laps led here tonight, and maybe trying to get back up there and put himself in the conversation once again. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do through the field. Solid run here for Cat Durham tonight. That 35 looking impressive. Cadillac, not a bad night for Trackhouse B in their 35 campaign. This 35 is nowhere near as great as it once was, but they're getting it back to where it's a competitive car week in and week out. Then you have Snake Plissken running in 6th, who has led a lot of laps here tonight. Got spun from the top 3, and it's been a slow, steady process back through the field. 7th place is going to be Ryan White. Lefty Turner still trapped laps down here in 25th. That's a bad night for your points leader. Jeffrey Gerald in 8th, Justin Day 2 in 9th, and Campbell Marsh with a top 10 run so far. 11th belongs to Sarah Taylor. 12th place, it's Cam Jordan. 13th, it's Billy Lovejoy. 14th, Jonah Burridge. 15th, Ryan Little. And it's Finley Herwig. Cannon Gage, 17th. A rough night for a night that was looking really good for him. 18th is Adam Starr. 19th, Tim Morse. Timothy Buchanan in 20th, and Alan Malcolm in 21st. The rest of the drivers are all a lap down from 22nd on back, 1 lap or more. Trapped down. This battle for your top 3 looking pretty impressive here. Sebastian needs a little bit of luck and a little bit of a window of opportunity. Well, 74 laps to go. And it's a lot of clear track ahead for your leaders at the moment. Sebastian, his speed has been kind of dampered here by getting caught up with the leader traffic. It's not working in his favor. Making a pass for position is hard here at Monroe. Kind of the clean air is king. If you get up front, clean air and just set sail. But if you get trapped behind a car, it's a long night of trying to get that pass made. Needs one of these two or both of them to make a mistake so that he can pounce on them and take their spots away. And all of this is just slowing his pace down even more to keep him from catching the race leader here tonight. We have green-white checkers enabled in case we need them here tonight. $70 laps to go. We're getting down to go time. For anyone else that's deeper in the field, it's now or never to make some moves to make up some points if you can grab them. We're going to be keeping an eye on the racetrack for any disturbances, any potential delays or cautions that may come out. Whoa, and here comes the 81 of Snake Plissken in the background there. You can see him in the not so distant rear view of the camera there. Lap time 20.733 for Snake Plissken to the 20.826 for Sebastian Galloway Jr. Wow, fastest lap was set earlier tonight by Shy Turtle at a 20.573. You won't believe it, but Snake Plissken, his fast lap was a 20.575. So nearly identical laps, but Shy Turtle was just a little bit faster. Oh, here we go. There's a swap for position, getting up to third place. He's going to get around Alex Sanvital. 41 finally loses enough momentum to open the door for Sebastian Galloway Jr. And now he is in desperate need of a caution. That would give him an inside lane restart at the end of the race here, late in the race. Lap traffic is holding up. Joey Johnson, he's got to the tail end of the field here, dealing with the lap cars. This might take him a while to get through and navigate this traffic. Meanwhile, your second, third, fourth place are about 4 seconds back though. Purpura doing a wonderful job holding on to second, but for how long? 95's got some speed in the tires here. They catch up to the back bumper of the 24 here in another lap or two. I don't know if they're going to have to worry about the lap traffic at all. It seems like the longer run here, Sebastian's car is coming alive. Where he pitted for 4 tires, everyone else stayed out. And your leader now about to put Cannon Gage a lap down tonight. Tough break for a guy that led a portion of tonight's race. And he's just trying to soldier it home for a top 20 at this point. And there we have your top 3, or top 5 basically. Whoa, whoa, okay, I was away for a minute, and now 95 is up to second, getting by the 31 of Philip Purpura. So 31 falls back. Lap traffic is dense here. And Sebastian Galloway Jr. back into second. Joey Johnson has a big gap growing on him, a 2.98 second. We'll show that. Give you the delta so you know where the difference is on the track. From your race leader to Sebastian Galloway Jr., 2.45 seconds the difference now. Sebastian Galloway Jr.'s got to put together the perfect stretch at the end of the race here. Basically go into qualifying setup and just rail around the racetrack. Get by all the lap traffic. There we go, 2.34. Got his sights set. He's going to have to work his way through the 3 lap cars there, and he'll have a somewhat clean shot to catch up to your race leader, who's still dealing with the lap traffic at the moment. 21.149, and now it's down to 2.09 seconds, the deficit. And plenty of laps to get the job done. 49 laps to go here. Joey Johnson has got his hands full. It's going to be all about making the passes in the right places and getting around all the lap cars, separating each other here. Sebastian wasting no time, gets around Tim Morse, who's running in 20th here tonight. 1.98 seconds. And here we go, getting around the number 2 there of Cannon Gage. Pretty quick work there, 1.85 seconds. And he's going to work around Timothy Buchanan with ease as well. But Joey Johnson has gotten past lap traffic, and he's building that gap back up. Sebastian's got a little bit of clean air, and this will try to be the equalizer for now. He's got 2 cars between him and the race leader. But Joey Johnson not out of the woods. He's got a lapped traffic parade ahead that he's still going to have to deal with here tonight. But I must say, in this transition, Sebastian Galloway Jr. won the battle, won the skirmish, and picked up some spots quicker than your race leader did during lap traffic shuffle there. This win's going to come down to who can master lap traffic maneuvers, and 82 of Joey Johnson just seemingly finding your lap traffic the wrong place and the wrong time. Here he is on the back bumper of the 21. He's going to stay stuck behind the 21 here, and that's going to slow his pace down. Meanwhile, you got Sebastian Galloway Jr., who is not wasting any time getting around lap cars. He knows he got the pace. Seems like his fresh tires are helping him a little bit in this scenario. He's going to have to get around this 27 down the front stretch and not waste any time. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but it wasn't ugly either for the most part. He's right there on the back bumper, and now he's going to execute and make the pass. The deficit back down to 1.83 seconds, and this lap climbs back up to 1.89. But the good thing is Sebastian Galloway Jr. is building himself a cushion to 3rd place, as he's got nearly a full second lead over the 41 of Alex Sanvital. Quick work of that 65, and he's back to square one. 2 lap cars between him and the race leader. It just seems like no matter what he does, there's always 2 cars separating him from Joey Johnson. So Joey Johnson is upping his game here and making the same moves to keep the advantage in his favor. 1.92 seconds for Sebastian Galloway Jr. He's starting to feel like Sheldon Creed. Tired of finishing runner-up, tired of getting those second-place finishes. He wants to be one spot higher on the podium. And we still got 39 laps to go. Do not count out the 95 to figure this one out here. A late race caution could really stack things up, and overtime as well. Nothing in the chat logs suggests any mechanical failures. At the moment, nothing is blinking in the data center. And the lead is 1.94 seconds to the favor of Joey Johnson here. Sebastian Galloway Jr.'s got 2 more lap cars to work with, get around. I highly doubt it. I don't think we're going to see any tire pit stops. This should be a green to the finish without any more necessary pit stops tonight. So we'll see. 2.10 seconds now, the deficit. As Joey Johnson's got clear track ahead. Don't forget, folks, to hit that thumbs up. I want to see. You got 7 people in the show here tonight watching. I want to see 7 thumbs up on the video. That would be awesome. .41 seconds, growing in the favor of Joey Johnson. And lap traffic is sporadically scattered throughout the field here, but by no means is he out of the woods yet. I mean, dancing with lap cars could bring on a wreck that involves him as well. So just don't give this race away yet. It's got to be the white flag, checkered flag before you can consider it official. Joey Johnson gets around the lapped car there. Everyone's lap times are hurting significantly at the end of this one. Sebastian's last lap was a 21.07. That one was a 21.049. Your race leader turning a 21.145. So Joey Johnson, the slower car of the lead 2 at the moment. Holy cow, we're about to put 11th place a lap down here tonight. Joey Johnson has been on rails, putting people laps down here tonight. Campbell Marsh, the last car on the lead lap, in 11th. Deficit is staying near identical as they both turned a 21.1 the last lap. .111 to the 21.08 for Sebastian Galloway Jr. .079 for Joey Johnson. 21.244 for Sebastian. Green-white checkers are enabled in case we need those here tonight. Joey Johnson leads the way over Sebastian Galloway Jr., who's now trying to go around the outside of the 68 here. Third place is a very respectable run here tonight for Alex Sanvital. Fourth place, it's the Outlaw Gang of Philip Purpura, and fifth place, Snake Plissken. Cannon Gage has worked his way back up to 16th, even with this long green flag run that has trapped him a lap down. Lefty Turner in 25th still. Seventh place, it's Ryan White with a good run here in the number 70 Hyundai. Cat Durham just behind him. Justin Day 2, Jeffrey Gerald, and Billy Lovejoy. With 11th place, Campbell Marsh going a lap down here to your race leader, Joey Johnson. "24 laps to go now. Man, it's been a great race here tonight. Definitely had a lot of cautions, a lot of craziness, and getting down to the end of it here, Joey Johnson just trying to lap the entire field as much as he can. 10 cars left on the lead lap. Not for long. It looks like we're going to be down to 9 cars on the lead lap. Joey Johnson has been doing a wonderful job through the traffic here tonight. And 24 about to go yet another lap down. 20 laps remaining. The deficit now 3 seconds back to Sebastian Galloway Jr. and 3 lap cars separating him. At this point, it would be in need of a miracle for Sebastian Galloway Jr. to close this gap. 2.98 seconds, and he's not barely picking it up by a couple, pennies here at a time on the time deficit. 2.99 to a 2.98. This lap, we'll see if it's going to grow or fall back harder. 2.93. Just like that, the deficit's back down to 2.82, but he's going to have about 5 lap cars between him and the leader. Hoping desperately for a caution. Sebastian Galloway Jr. could have one more fighting chance here tonight. And only 8 cars left on the lead lap at the end of this one. And he might not be done. You got 8th and 7th just ahead there, also at risk of going a lap down. Gap's shrunk again to 2.76 seconds. .81. 14 laps remaining. Yeah, which drops back to 3.23 seconds now, the deficit for Sebastian Galloway Jr. He needs a caution. .11 laps to go. The 82's kind of set in cruise control at the moment. And he'll be seeking a race win at number 3 on the season here. It's been a great season for the 82 and Jimmy Logano Racing in way of Joey Johnson. Has 2 wins, 7 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and 2 DNFs with 1 pole. We'll go ahead and add 1 win, 1 top 5, 1 top 10 if he can maintain this to the finish. 10 to go. And the race staying green at the moment. We do have green-white checkers if needed, ready to roll here tonight. Overtime at a short track is always unpredictable. There has not been any drama on the track since the restart. Last thing on the chat log was when we gave wave rounds for the restart. It's been a long into the run here tonight. Usually we see a flat tire come out on the racetrack somewhere throughout these long runs. And it's not looking like we're going to get that late race stall, lap, flat tire. About to put 7th place a lap down. That is wild here tonight. Sebastian could take matters into his own hands and spin out a car if he wants this caution so bad. But he's going to work his way around the 28, 3 seconds back from the lead. .88 seconds, but it's going to kind of ebb and flow, and it'll get away from him again here. Something chronically bad would have to happen to the 82 of Joey Johnson for this race to get thrown away here at the end. Two hours the distance of the race so far. Even your drivers are getting to the end here tonight and just want to bring it home. Nothing too wild and crazy as they have just 3 more circuits around the track here. Racetrack staying green. Joey Johnson's got it in his pocket. Green still on the racetrack. Whole bunch of lap cars ahead of him. And this would have been the lap traffic that Sebastian Galloway Jr. needed about 25 laps ago. Lap 269 of 270. For Joey Johnson, he just needs to eliminate any mistakes here at the end. Gets up to the lap traffic here. Gives a little bit of a love tap to the 85. White flag waves. 1 more lap to go here tonight. No caution. No overtime. It is an official race at this point. 3 wide right in front of your leader. And they're not going to wreck. Your leader is clear, clear, clear. Rolling around the front stretch for the last time here tonight. Joey Johnson takes win number 3 here in a dramatic fashion. Tough break for the 95. Had a great night. Just comes up short in 2nd place yet again. Alex Sanvital 3rd. Snake Plissken brings it home a solid 4th. And Philip Purpura with the top 5. Last car on the lead lap, all the way at the tail end of the field. We got the 70 of Ryan White bringing it home in 6th place. Great points night for Sebastian Galloway Jr. as he could potentially leave here with maybe a points lead. The fact that the one of Lefty Turner had such a bad night, came home in 25th. So we'll have to get those points scored up. It's going to be interesting to see where it shakes up after tonight, especially with another great run by Sebastian Galloway Jr. And we are officially halfway through the Bridge to Cup season. 15 races in, 15 races to go. And we're heading in to Kentucky tomorrow night for a doubleheader weekend of racing. One more race this week with the Bridge to Cup stars, and we'll see how that all shakes out. Try to get the points scored up here tonight. Actually, if everyone wants to hold tight with me on the broadcast, I'll have points scored up and posted on the broadcast here. I'll do something different that I've never done before. Just listen to the music as I go radio silent after we get the closing details here all squared away. Got that done. And the 2026 race. Yep. Okay, so yes, I will get things scored up here. Yep, so I'm getting ready to score points here. I'll go ahead and mute my mic, and I'll post the screenshot once the points are scored here shortly. Alrighty, thanks for the 4 of you that have stuck around here to see the point standings as they are live and getting updated right at this very moment. Hold tight just a little bit longer as they have been scored, and I'm going to get them posted here on the website, our Sigma website, with the new updated point standings. Not to spoil it, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of changes at the moment. But it's getting tighter, definitely getting a lot tighter for that number 1 spot. And it's gotten way tighter up at the top. So just hold tight, folks. $15 races in, 15 races to go, and the full send to Cup Championship chase is coming up around the corner as well. So you don't want to miss the chase. The chase will be good. It'll get interesting for sure. And it's going to only help stack things back up and give us a very solid fight for this championship right down to the wire. Alrighty, folks, the points have been updated. And here is your current point standings after 15 events here in Bridge to Cup action. And so Sebastian Galloway Jr. now within 14 points of the lead. Lefty Turner, 2 wins this season, 14-point lead. He gave up a lot of points here tonight at Evergreen. Sebastian Galloway Jr. second. Joey Johnson jumps up to third with his 3rd win. Snake Plissken with 3 wins as well sits in 4th. And you have Philip Purpura with 0 wins in the top 5. Cannon Gage drops 1 spot back to 6th. Alex Sanvital jumps up 3 spots into 7th. And those drivers are all separate by 150 points from 1st to 7th place there. Ralph Oberstadt, tough night, drops back to 8th. Santi Messi falls back to 9th. And Shy Turtle falls back to 10th. Chase Kovacic, Krista Cower, even though they've all got a win here. Shy Turtle, Kovacic, Cower, Campbell Marsh, they are 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Then you have Billy Lovejoy, Jonah Burridge. That's your top 15. And you can see all the point scenarios as they sit right now. Going to be good to see what comes of tomorrow night if Sebastian Galloway Jr. can outduel Lefty Turner and maybe take that points lead away from him. It could happen. We'll see. Hopefully we see you guys in tomorrow night for the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here tonight, though. Hopefully enjoyed it. Congratulations yet again to Joey Johnson on the win. And we'll see you in the next stream tomorrow night, hopefully. Have a great night. Have a great one. Stay safe out there, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky. This is Jakester, signing